Welcome back to the world of tennis, presented by BNP Paribas.
At only 17 years of age, she was the youngest #1 in South African tennis history. At only 20 years old, she was the #1 ranked doubles player in the whole world. Let's meet Ilana Kloss, currently the CEO and Commissioner of World Team Tennis.
World Team Tennis was co-founded by Billie Jean and Larry King, and tennis has always been an amazing individual sport, but I think the piece that has been lacking is to make it a huge sport in America. Billie Jean and others really believe team is the way to go. If you look at World Team Tennis, you'll see Billie Jean's philosophy in life, which is men and women competing together on a level playing field. Her victory over Bobby Riggs in the Battle of the Sexes in 1973 gave her the platform to get that message out.
I'm a big fan of Billie Jean King, what she's done for women's sports. It's cross tennis, it's just sports in general, and I think she's just a pioneer, and now look what she's doing with World Team Tennis. It's great.
We have, from John McEnroe to Martina Hingis to Venus, Serena, Roddick, and then some of the young up-and-coming stars. So we want to showcase 3 generations of players.
I just think World Team Tennis is an amazing format. You get to see men, women, singles, doubles, mixed, everything in 3 hours, and it's a perfect night. It's a perfect 3 hours, I think, for fans to come out and watch.
The good part about team tennis, you get together for this couple-week period, you try to pump each other up, and it's a nice thing.
2010 marks the 35th season of World Team Tennis. The Western Conference is a very close race. Right now, the Springfield Lasers are in first place at 8-4, led by the excellent singles play by Rick DeVost. Right behind them at 7-5 are the Kansas City Explorers, led by the husband and wife team of Jarmila and Sam Groff. Tied for third are the Sacramento Capitals and the St. Louis Aces at 6-6. The Eastern Conference has been extremely competitive and very exciting. In first place, the New York Sport Times at 8-5, led by John McEnroe, Kim Clijsters, Robert Kendrick, Jesse Witt, and Ashley Hockerode, and Abigail Spears. They have an incredibly well-rounded team. But right behind them at 7-5, the Washington Castles, the defending World Team Tennis champions. The Boston Lobsters are 7-6, just a half a game out of playoff contention.
What World Team Tennis can provide is great professional competition in communities that might not have professional tennis, and I think that's really important. And it's important to showcase our sport in a different way, and hopefully, we've been able to be a positive element, to our sport, because that's really our goal, is to bring the fan in and take tennis to the people.
Dr. Vijay Vad is the preeminent tennis health expert to many of the ATP World Tour players. This week, he helps us try and avoid the dreaded rotator cuff tendonitis on this week's Tennis Medical Update.
Tennis Medicine Update is brought to you by the MD System, clinically proven rapid pain relief topical.
I'm Dr. Vijay Vad for Health Tips. Today's topic is rotator cuff tendonitis, one of the most common injuries in professional and recreational tennis players. The rotator cuff has a lot of loads placed on it, especially during the slowdown phase of the tennis serve, what I call the breaking phase. Maria Sharapova is a notable example of a high-profile tennis player with rotator cuff issues, hers having required surgical intervention. However, the vast majority of rotator cuff injuries can be treated non-surgically and conservatively. The key is proper stretching and strengthening. The first is a cross-chest adduction stretch. It must be done lying down, 15 seconds, 5 repetitions. This is to stretch the capsule in the back of the shoulder that allows the shoulder to move freely and takes the pressure off the rotator cuff. The second is an external rotation strength stretch. Ideally should be done with a partner in order to do negative strengthening of the rotator cuff. Pretend like your elbow is nailed to your side of your body and bring it up. You should have a little bit of resistance while your partner is helping you push it down, and it should be 15 repetitions per set and 5 sets. This is what minimizes injuries of the rotator cuff. Proper stretching and strengthening of the rotator cuff will keep it pain-free with power in your serve. Remember to stretch and strengthen to stay fit. I'm Dr. Vijay Vad.
This Tennis Medicine Update was brought to you by the MD System, clinically proven rapid pain relief topical. For more information, visit themdsystem.com or call 1-800-313-5056. Later, the editors from Tennis Magazine discuss famous rivalries. And after the break, Venus and Serena face off at the world's most famous arena for the Billie Jean King Cup. Who takes it home? Find out next, right here on The World of Tennis, presented by BNP Paribas.